Welcome to our healthy eating video.
Here at the Wellness Center, we don't want to confuse you with complicated jargon or suggest that you spend lots of money on cookbooks, weight loss groups, or fad diets. Our advice puts you at the center of your own change and improvement.
A bit like losing weight, healthy eating is about training your mind to rethink.
Whether you are influenced by family life, ethnicity, or culture, habit, media, taste buds or budget, they all have a part to play in the way you eat. You can put yourself in control to create a happier, healthier you. At the Wellness Center, we believe there are two simple rules to follow to ensure that you are eating healthily. Eat a wide range and variety of foods, and
eat the right foods.
Our top tips will ensure that you are receiving the right nutrients, vitamins, and minerals for a healthy you.
This advice is also mirrored in our weight loss video. The best healthy eating plan is to balance your eating in the following way.
Starchy carbohydrates should make up just over a third of the food you eat.
They include potatoes, bread, rice, pasta, and cereals.
Fruit and vegetables should also make up around a third of the food you eat. Try to eat a variety of 5 fruits and vegetables a day.
This can be dried, canned, processed or fresh.
The final third of your balanced diet should be made up of smaller amounts of the following 3 food types. Saturated fats and sugars should be eaten sparingly, as they can be unhealthy. They are found in meats, butter, eggs, cream, biscuits, cakes, and ice cream, for example. There are also healthy unsaturated fats such as in nuts, olives, and avocados. Milk and dairy products are good sources of energy, protein, vitamins, minerals, and calcium. Low-fat varieties are preferable.
Nuts, meats, pulses, and beans are sources of energy and protein. They should be eaten in moderation.
And, while you're at it, keep your salt intake low, as too much salt can raise your blood pressure.
This can lead to heart attacks, strokes, dementia, and kidney disease.
So, what can you do to find balance and work towards a healthier you?
Think fruit and vegetables.
Try to eat a variety of 5 fruits and vegetables a day.
This can be dried, canned, processed or fresh. They help us to fight infections.
Fruit juice is another great addition to this, and drinking around 150 milliliters per day will count as one of your 5. There are over 300,000 edible plants in the world, and the Wild Food UK website is packed full of interesting foraging ideas to kickstart your healthy eating journey, in an interesting way. Try to fill your plate with colourful food. Looking at food is a big part of the attraction to eating, therefore picking colourful side dishes is a great way to revitalise your food plate.
And there is more to it than just making your plate look good.
There are great advantages to what is known as eating a rainbow. Eating a wide range of colorful fruits and vegetables helps your body gain the wide variety of vitamins, minerals, and chemicals that help you to be healthy. Red fruits and vegetables have qualities that lower the risk of cell damage, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, high cholesterol, gastrointestinal disorders, cancers, and obesity.
They also help to reduce inflammation, improve dental health, boost the immune system, reduce osteoporosis, and reduce menopausal symptoms. Great red food suggestions include
tomatoes, red peppers, red onions, radishes, red beans, beets, cherries, strawberries, raspberries, cranberries, rhubarb, watermelon, red apples, pomegranate.
Orange and yellow foods promote healthy vision and cell growth. Citrus fruits help to increase blood flow, and this is seen as assisting in the prevention of strokes.
Some of the orange-colored fruits and vegetables have been linked to the reduction of the risk of esophagus, lung, and stomach cancers.
Good orange and yellow food suggestions include pumpkin,
butternut squash, sweet potatoes, carrots, sweet corn, yellow and orange peppers, orange lentils, citrus fruits, lemons, oranges, grapefruit, pineapple, starfruit, papayas, cantaloupe melon, peaches, apricots. Green-colored fruits and vegetables are extremely healthy, supporting blood and bone health while also acting as a good supply of vitamins. Leafy greens have been linked to support for pregnancy health and reduction in the risk of heart disease. Good examples of the benefits of leafy greens come from kale and broccoli. Kale for bone and central nervous system support, broccoli for anti-cancer properties and boosting your immune system. Great choices for healthy green vegetables and fruits include these: kale, cos lettuce, spinach, pak choi, rocket, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, asparagus, courgettes, green beans, celery, cucumbers, peas, avocados, kiwi fruit, green grapes, and green apples. Blue and purple foods have in general the potential to reduce the risks of heart disease, strokes, cancer, diabetes, arthritis, immune deficiencies and urinary infections. Some evidence suggests that the darker the color, the more beneficial blue and purple foods are.
There are benefits from individual types, for example,
radishes, beetroot, and purple cabbage help to lower blood pressure.
Great blue and purple food suggestions include these examples:
aubergine, purple cabbage, beetroot, radishes, purple carrots, black olives, blueberries, blackberries, brambles, passion fruit, pomegranates, purple grapes, purple plums, prunes, and dark cherries. Brown foods are seen as helpful in preventing heart disease and the formation of blood clots.
Brown foods include
brown lentils, chickpeas, brown beans, mushrooms, Jerusalem artichokes, dates, bosc pears, potatoes.
White foods have also been found to contain helpful nutrients for healthy living. For example,
cauliflower has qualities that can protect against cancer and enhances digestion, while supporting memory and weight loss. Onions and garlic lessen the risk of cancer and also reduce inflammation.
Great choices for healthy white foods include
cauliflower, onions, garlic, shallots, leeks, parsnips, butter beans, haricot beans, soya beans, bananas, lychees, white peaches, and white nectarines. So, while you are thinking about your variety of 5 fruits and vegetables a day, make sure that during the week you include fruit and vegetables from all of the color groups. Try serving at least 2 portions of different colors a day. Starchy carbohydrates should make up just over a third of the food you eat.
They include potatoes, bread, rice, pasta, and cereals.
Try to include at least 1 starchy food with each main meal. Starchy foods are a good source of energy and the main source of a range of nutrients in our diet. They also contain calcium, iron, B vitamins, and fiber.
These protect our bones and blood cells, while helping to prevent diabetes, heart disease and bowel cancer.
If you want an even healthier option, why not try whole grain breads, rice, or pastas?
Reduce the amount of red meat in your diet. Red meat may be a good source of protein, vitamins, and minerals in a balanced diet, but too much can lead to cancers, heart disease, kidney, and digestive problems. Red meat includes beef, lamb, mutton, pork, veal, venison, goat.
Some studies suggest that 100 grams of red meat per day increases the risk of cancer by 17%. And, just as an example, a single 8-ounce steak is 225 grams. Processed meats are any meats that have been preserved and processed by curing, smoking, salting, adding preservatives, or other additives.
Processed meats include
smoked and cured meats, sausages, bacon, burgers, hot dogs, ham, salami, chorizo, pastrami, pâtés, canned meat, such as corned beef, pepperoni, kebab meat, sliced luncheon meats, including those made from chicken and turkey. Reduce the amounts of processed meats you eat, as there are similar problems to eating red meat, plus the added problem that they tend to be high in fat and salt. These add to the risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, strokes, dementia, bowel cancer, and kidney disease.
You should be eating very few processed meats, if any at all.
Processed meats are a major problem, with as little as 50 grams a day increasing the risk of cancer by 18%.
That works out as less than 2 slices of bacon a day.
Best advice gives a limit to the combined amount of red and processed meats you should eat in a week.
If you eat red and/or processed meat, you must limit this to 70 grams a day at most.
So how can you reduce your intake of red and processed meats? Eat smaller portions of red or processed meats.
Eat red or processed meats less often.
Have days within a week where you don't have red or processed meats, so that the average amount you eat each day is no more than 70 grams.
If you eat meat, choose unprocessed meats.
Swap red meat and processed meats for healthier alternatives such as chicken, fish, vegetable proteins, for example, beans, or
artificial meat substitutes.
Yes, even in curries, casseroles, and stews.
Bring fish into your diet, if you don't eat it already. And if you do, make sure you manage your intake properly.
Try to eat at least 2 portions of fish a week, with one being an oily fish. Oily fish are high in long-chain omega-3 fatty acids. These reduce the risk of developing type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, raised cholesterol, and heart disease. Long-chain fatty acids are important for women who are pregnant or breastfeeding, as they help their baby's nervous system to develop. Oily fish are also a good source of vitamin D.
Here are some good examples of oily fish:
herring, pilchards, salmon, sardines, sprats, trout, mackerel.
Steamed, baked, or grilled fish are a healthier choice.
Frying or battering results in unhealthy saturated fats being added to the fish, and these can increase your risk of heart disease.
For any foods, you should try to limit your intake of saturated fat to 20 to 30 grams a day. Lower is even better.
Milk and dairy products are a good source of energy, protein, vitamins, minerals, and calcium, which helps to keep bones and teeth healthy, but they should be eaten in moderate amounts, as part of a balanced diet. The major problem with dairy products is the amount of saturated fats that are contained. As we have already said, too much of this type of fat can lead to heart disease, and so they need to be limited. In some dairy products, such as butter, additional salt is often added. This may result in increased blood pressure and even heart disease. And another addition may be sugar. This happens with many yogurts and ice creams. These additional sugars can lead to obesity and diabetes. Become used to looking at food nutrition labeling to check the saturated fat, salt levels, and added sugars in dairy products, then choose carefully and healthily.
You may wish to try alternatives to dairy. There are many alternatives available, such as the following:
soya milk, rice milk, hemp milk, oat milk, coconut milk, quinoa milk, sunflower seed milk, almond milk, and other raw nut milks, hazelnuts, cashews, Brazil nuts, pecans, macadamia, walnuts. There are cheeses, yogurts, dips, and even ice creams also made from these non-dairy alternatives. Keep up the good habit of looking at nutrition labels to check on the saturated fat, salt, and added sugars,
even in non-dairy alternatives.
It is also a good idea to do some research to ensure that alternatives won't affect any allergies or conditions you have.
Talk to your doctor.
And when making meals, cut down on full-fat milks, butter, lard, or ghee, and instead use low-fat milk, small amounts of vegetable or olive oil, polyunsaturated oils, low-fat, and reduced-fat spreads, or the non-dairy alternatives. Nuts, meats, pulses, and beans are also great energy-giving products, and sources of protein. Protein helps to build and repair tissues, and build bones, muscles, cartilage, skin, and blood. Nuts, meats, pulses and beans should be eaten in moderate amounts, especially red and processed meat, as we've seen already.
Think portion sizes.
Don't just eat because there is food available.
Don't take big portions. You don't have to fill your plate. You don't have to have seconds or refill your plate.
And remember that you don't have to eat everything, you can stop. Take control, too much can lead to obesity and other complications.
Put yourself in charge.
And, you don't want to be labeled as the one who has an overactive knife and fork. Reducing your salt, saturated fat, and sugar intake is also a fantastic way to create a healthier you. Watch out for fats, salts, and sugars in the most unexpected of foods, especially processed foods.
Fats, salts, and sugars, along with chemicals, are sometimes added to processed foods to improve their flavor or extend their shelf life.
Here are some processed foods that can have large amounts of these unhealthy elements.
Microwave meals, or ready meals. Breakfast cereals.
Cheese.
Tinned vegetables. Bread.
Savory snacks, such as crisps, sausage rolls, pies and pasties. Meat products, such as bacon, sausage, ham, salami and pâté.
Burgers.
Pizzas.
Cakes and biscuits.
And, as has already been suggested, become informed, and make smart choices by looking at contents, nutrition labels, and menus, and then choose wisely.
Change how you cook. Cook healthily.
We may be repeating ourselves in some cases, but this is all good advice.
Ditch frying for grilling.
Drain off fats.
Use lean cuts of meat.
Cut off any visible fat and skin before cooking. Crackling and poultry skin are much higher in fat than the meat itself.
Lessen salt content. Lower sugar content.
Reduce the saturated fats that are used in cooking, such as full-fat milks, butter, lard, or ghee. Use low-fat milk, small amounts of vegetable oil or olive oil, polyunsaturated oils, low-fat, and reduced-fat spreads.
Or the non-dairy alternatives.
All these small changes to your diet will have a huge impact on a healthier eating pattern for you.
Now the bit we don't like talking about. The foods we love but don't love our waistlines.
The cakes, the sweets, the high-fat spreads, cream, deep-fried foods, and the beers and drinks.
You don't need to give up everything. What you should do is cut down on your intake and create a balance out of what is good for you.
Consciously think about what you eat.
Be health aware, and make good, healthy decisions. Put yourself in control of your eating, and your health. Healthy eating is not a diet. It's a lifestyle habit. A healthy lifestyle habit.
So, kick out the fad diets, kick out the lettuce leaf diets, and think healthy eating, healthy lifestyle, healthy you. When making change to your diet, consult your doctor or dietitian, and be aware of your own allergies and food intolerances. Working with any, or all of the Wellness Center's programs, will bring small changes that make huge differences to you, your health, and life. If you are worried or concerned, and need a little help, then follow the Wellness Center link, and contact us at hello@wellingtonwellness.co.uk. The center will help you find lots more tips and advice, as well as external links to the NHS and other agencies that can support your healthy eating journey.